Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first time tag, a video of how um things that I did for the first time, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I did put up a poll on my Instagram asking you guys to ask me of the first time I did things, but I only did this poll probably 5 minutes before I was going to do the actual video, so I wasn't going to wait up until you guys give me the questions because I was just like, I want to get this video done with. So that's why I was just like, let me search questions from the internet and I'll use those questions to do this video. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the video. um so guys, like, today I'm not really feeling up to filming, but you know how you make a promise to yourself that you're going to film every week. So um I really would like to film like 2 or 3 times a week, but hey guys, filming is a lot. Like, filming every day is a lot, and today I just want to do like a simple makeup look, just to take pictures for Instagram, and yeah, just to have pictures. I like to have like pictures that I keep for when I don't have content to post on social media. So I'm a bit upfront with my pictures. Like, I have to have pictures. Why can't I find my spoolie ish? So I'm thinking of doing what do you call it? I'm thinking of making a green eyeshadow look. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I can find the spoolie. Where's my mirror? Today I feel like I'm not prepared because I wasn't really looking up to making this video. But we're here now, guys. You always have to push. You always have to push through even though you don't want to, because you're not gonna regret it. After making this video, I know I'm not going to regret making it. And this is not a makeup tutorial, by the way. So I just want to get these brows done, and then I'll get to my first time tag questions. Look how small my pencil is, guys. You can't even see that it's from Essence anymore because I've been using it for the longest. I really like this pencil. Okay, my eyebrows look crazy, but doesn't matter. I'll conceal them and they'll be fine. So let me start with the first one, the first time tag, my first friend. So I don't really remember a bit of preschool, but I do remember a bit of primary school. So this one time, our teacher had told us to write down our best friend. Like, I don't know, I don't remember the activity exactly, but she told us that we should write who our best friend is. So I'm sitting with this Indian girl. I think her name was Nicole. She So I'm sitting there. I'm getting distracted. So I'm sitting there, trying to think of who is my best friend. I'm thinking about, this was in grade 4, I think. I'm thinking about, okay, who am I going to write? Like, I can't say no one because I mean like a teacher's our teacher said you should, if you don't have a best friend, write your friend. And I didn't really regard my friend at the time as my best friend, so I really needed somebody who was a best friend, you know. So this girl taps me and she's like, "Do you have a best friend?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't think I have a best friend." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, me too." So, and she says to me, she says to me, "Can I be your best friend?" And I'm like, I don't know. Like, we don't even know each other like that. She was new to the school. We don't even know each other like that. And she's like, "Yeah, well, I want to be your best friend. So, can you be my best friend?" So I'm like, "Okay, I'll be your best friend." It was like sort of like a proposal type of thing. It was so weird, you guys. But yeah, that's how we became best friends. And she was like, "So you gonna write my name?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm writing your name." So we wrote each other's name and we were like best friends for that time. But we became like good friends after like some time and stuff. I've had like almost all races of friends. I think the only race that I've never had a friend in is Chinese. We don't even have a lot of Chinese people in South Africa like that. In our schools, that is. I don't, where do Chinese people go to school, guys? Like, I always ask myself that, like, where do they go to school? But I've had like a lot of races. I've had Indian, I've had white, I've had colored, and black, obviously. So, yeah, that's my first friend, if I can put it, first best friend. The second question, guys, I don't want this video to be long. Like, I don't want, guys, my concealer is almost done. Ugh. But it doesn't matter. I do have a new one. You know what I do with makeup? If I see that something is almost finished, I buy it. I make plans to buy it so that when it does get finished, I have another one. Because I don't want to run out of makeup, you know, and next thing you don't know what to use. Because I'm not a makeup artist. I only use concealer for concealing. Like, I'm not at a stage where I'm going to use concealer for foundation, for instance, you know, like other people are now using concealer as eyeshadow, as foundation, but I'm not at that stage yet. But I think I will try it someday, you know. So the second one is first pets. So I never really had pets, but I think in grade 8, my brother had a dog, and the dog's name was Snoopy. And it just became, at first I was a person who was scared of dogs, so I never really liked dogs because I was scared of them. But guys, you know, when you there's a dog at your house, you sort of get used to it. And you know how loving dogs are. Dogs are so loving. They give you love even though you don't reciprocate the same love to them. So I ended up loving the dog as my own. And you know, when you have a relationship with a dog, they're almost like your baby. That's how I felt with that dog. He was almost like my baby. He would literally wait for for my he would literally wait for my transport to drop me off, and you would just see his excitement on his face that, "Oh, she's back." Oh, this is the sweetest thing ever. Dogs are sweet. If you need love in your life and you're not getting it from someone, get a dog. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Dogs are the best. So that was my first pets. I also had, at home we had Snoopy. we had Puppy. It was an Puppy was my dog, but he got lost. Like me, my brother, and his friends took the dogs, took their dogs to go to go hunting. So Puppy didn't return. You know how with dogs when you leave them, they know their way back home. So that's what my brother thought. Like I think he was still swimming in the river after they were like hunting for crabs and porcupine. So I think they left him and maybe he didn't find his way back home or something bad happened to him. We don't know. But he just never returned home. But he was also like a stray dog. Like he was a dog for the streets. You would never catch him sitting nje. Like Snoop. Snoopy was a domestic dog. He would never go anywhere unless he wants to go to the toilet. That's when he will go outside of the gates. But other than that, you'll find him waiting for you, sitting outside the door. If you're inside the house, he'll come inside the house, sit with you while you watch TV. So that's just basically how he was. And oh, I didn't tell you guys, Snoopy did die. Was it last 2020? Was it 2020? I think it was 2020 because we got him. So my brother got Snoopy from his mom. Like his mom gave birth to dogs, and the owner of the dogs didn't know what to do. I think there were 11 puppies. So my brother got one, and then we raised him like that. So he we got him in 2010 during the World Cup, and he died in 2020. So that means he was 10 years. So yeah, he was old. I didn't know that dogs, when they get old, like when they get to their grand dog, he's a grand dog. When they get old, like I didn't know that they literally age like humans. Literally, even his bark wasn't like a bark of an old dog. And his bones were starting to get soft. He couldn't walk. Yo, guys, it was the worst. He couldn't eat. Like NJ, oh, he's the reason why I'm. As much as I want to get another dog, the whole experience that I had with him was just too much for me, you guys. Like, he was the closest thing I've had that I've lost. Like, I've never lost someone in my life close to me that died. So when he died, it was almost as if someone died, you know. So it was bad. It was bad. Like, his last days, me and my mom were even thinking that we should maybe call the SPCA people to give him an injection to die, because I get why white people do that, because guys, when your dog is sick, they're not really sick, they're old, they can't walk, they can't eat. When they bark, it's like they have flu, like their voice changes. You can see with this person is old. They are old now. They probably like 100 years in human or something. So yeah, I think I'm done with my bros. Now we go to eyeshadow. First crush. So oh my, first crush. So I don't know if it's a crush or what, but in preschool, when I don't know how old I was, but in preschool there was this little boy, Bagit, that I used to have a crush on, but he was younger than me, you know. So I didn't think it was appropriate. Not that even if it was, I would pursue it, but Nji, you know, I had a crush on him. and he had like a cool mom, a cool mom that allows you to have girlfriends. So he had this girl that was his girlfriend at the time. So I was a bit jealous of their relationship because literally, like, guys, imagine, like, hi guys, are my brushes wet? Ah, how am I going to put makeup on with these brushes being wet? Let me try. Okay, maybe it's going to work. Ugh. But I feel like this is shifting. Okay, let's see, guys. So he had like a cool mom where his mom would allow him to have a girlfriend, and the mom knew the girlfriend, and they would kiss in front of the mom, you guys. And after like seeing that relationship, I was just like, yo, I'm glad I'm not that guy's girlfriend, because what would my mom say if that would happen? Because what would happen is, if one of them got picked up by their parents after school, they'd kiss before they left. So imagine if that was me, like, oh. So my other crush that I had in primary was in primary, I think grade 5, was with this other guy I shared a desk with. And I don't think he knew, but I feel like he also had a crush on me, but he was scared, and yeah, shame, man. But we'd talk a lot, like, we'd share things that we like, and we had so much in common. Like, I always wondered how people who dated in preschool, crèche, and primary, what do you guys do in those relationships? Like, what goes on? I'm just curious because I never dated in primary. Like, I always wanted to, but I was always scared to, because, like, how are we going to do this? Is it going to be like a school thing? You know? So, I don't know about this green. I hope I don't look like a clown after I'm done. The third one says first boyfriend. Oh, I don't think you guys want to hear this one. I as in. So I had my first boyfriend on Mixit. It was this guy, and speaking about it just makes me so pissed at myself. It was this guy, and we lived, not lived. I would visit my family in the location because I lived in the suburbs. So I would visit them. We're on school holidays. So what would happen? Oh, guys, why are my brushes wet? Which green must I use? Let me see this one. So I'd visit my family in the location, in the township, and you know, that's where, which is where he lived. He didn't live close there, but he was in the township somewhere. You know how townships have locations. I lived in the 7th location. He lived in the 4th location. So it was far, but not that far. It wasn't walking distance. You could take a taxi, but you know. So we were planning to meet, me and this guy. Did it happen? I think I'm going to be in trouble with these wet brushes. I'm going to be in trouble. And I watched them yesterday. How come they never like? Let's see. Let me just carry on doing this. See if it works. So me and this guy were planning to meet, and we never met actually. I remember this one time he asked me to send him airtime, and luckily I had 50 rand, and this was back when I was probably 13, and I didn't like carry money like I do now, you know. I'd only get money at that time, and obviously it wouldn't be like a huge amount of money. Like 100 rand was a lot of money back then, so maybe for me a huge amount of money would be 10 rand, you know. So that time I had 50 rand, so I was just like, okay, good timing. So I bought, this was when, you know how MTN, I think MTN had the big card when you bought like 25 rand or more of airtime. And I think I bought him 30 rand because I didn't have much money left. I think I bought him 30 rand. Imagine buying a whole man airtime. Shame. But we never met. I don't know how we broke up. I think he posted a naked picture of a girl on Mixit as his profile picture or something, because we didn't have stories on Mixit, so I think he put it on his profile picture. And you know, I think he confessed that that's his girlfriend, and something on the lines of, I don't date virgins, you know, because I'm not ready to give it up. So in I think he thought that I was going to agree, you know, to breaking my virginity for him. But you know, I'm smarter than that, you know. I was like, no, let's break up because you're wanting things that I can't give you at this moment. So, and he was just weird, man. For a person who was 5 years older than me, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So he was like 18. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. Now I get it, because there was this one time he sent me a naked picture of this girl. And he was like, yeah, yesterday me and my friends were busy with this girl, all of us at once, and you can't handle that. Imagine, sure. Really, I can't handle that. And I would never, even at my age now, I would never allow that to happen. So yeah, I don't even know why I had that guy as my first boyfriend. I don't even think I should regard him as a first boyfriend. That wasn't a relationship. Relationship NG. NG. I don't know if I should do a cut crease. I think I should, but it's going to take longer. Ugh. Let me just do this cut crease, you guys, and then I'll carry on with the questions. I think I'm left with two more questions. Okay, so I want to put a shimmery shade on. These brushes are going to give me problems. Yes, they're going to give me problems. Where's this brush? So the second last one says first drink. So I first drank alcohol in grade 6. So at school we had a career day, and I think the career day was on last day of the school year. Yeah. So we had a career day, and I remember I was This is dark. I was a lawyer on that day, and I had like that, that big jacket that they wear. I don't even know what it's called. I'm so embarrassed. I think you can tell I've never graduated. I was wearing that thing, and so I wasn't planning to drink, but having friends, you know, having friends, and they're like, "Yo, friend, let's go out after school." And I'm like, I'm wearing a skirt, a pencil skirt, a shirt, and I carried heels because I was obviously taking a taxi. So I wasn't going to take a taxi in heels. So I had like flat shoes. They're like, no, you're fine. We're also wearing like clothes and stuff. But my friends weren't as formal as I am. I don't even remember what career they were doing. But I remember one of them was wearing jeans. She was wearing jeans. I, so I'm like, okay, guys, if you guys insist that we go out, but I have to be home before, you know, the sunset. So today's lighting is the ghetto. Sure. Anyway, so that's what I tell my friends. I feel like I should have made these parts lighter. Like I should have added like a very, very light, shimmery shade on those parts. Don't you guys think? But get as collab. This is not a makeup look. It's my first time tag. So we go. So I asked my friends. I'm like, how are we gonna get alcohol? We are in from primary school. We are. How old are you when you're in grade 6? Do I even remember? 12, 11, that age. So I asked my friends, how are we gonna get alcohol because we're underage? And my friend is like, she's like, I have my sister's ID copy and she looks like me, so that's how we're gonna get alcohol. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to get arrested. And they're like, we're not. Like, we've done this before. We've done this before and we're not gonna get arrested and stuff. So back then, bottle stores like alcohol, liquor stores were owned by white people. I don't think back then there were any black people owning liquor stores. I think it was only whites. And you know how white people don't play for shit. So they meet up with we meet up with other boys from high school. So I'm thinking, okay, it's better. They are older. Maybe there's one of them that's over 18. So one of the guys had like uh I think it was his I don't think it was his dad. I think it was his big brother. And then he asked his big brother, and his big brother said no, he's not gonna buy alcohol for kids. Especially after seeing us from primary, he was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. So he left them and he was like, you guys, you're going to do your own thing. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be arrested. You know, do what you have to do, but I don't want to be involved. So they're like, okay, sharp. So plan B is my friend and her sister's and her sister's ID copy. And now we're planning. We outside of this liquor store. The way we're so dumb, we're standing outside. Standing outside, we're trying to plan. And obviously, she's wearing civvies, so she had planned this prior. So she was wearing like grown up people's clothes. But now she was scared to enter alone. But at the same time, You can't enter with the uniform in a liquor store. I think even till today, that's not allowed. So they hype her up and they're like, no, you good. And she's like, how do I look? Like, won't she see that? So we check who's at the counter. You know, usually there would be like this black lady, a young lady that worked there. But that day, I think it was the owner or something. It was a white old lady that was at the counter. So now we are scared because we were thinking it's a black lady, she's probably not going to be as strict as the white lady. You know how white old ladies are. They're very quick to call the police. So now they're hyping her up, telling her, no, you'll be fine, just go. You know, you're dressed up like an old person, you look older, so you'll be fine. And she's like, yeah, guys, you're right. I mean, like, we planned this thing, so we can't just let it like go to waste and stuff. And she's like, yeah. We all hype her up, and I'm standing far from that because I don't want anyone to see me, anyone who knows me to see that I'm trying to get alcohol. I'm standing with the other friend. So there's three of us girls, and then there's, I think, four boys. So she first enters with one of the guys that's wearing a uniform, and the lady's like, no uniform, you know. And they tried to speak to her. I don't know what they were trying to explain to her, that this guy needs to be there. I don't know if they were telling her that, yeah, he needs to choose the alcohol, or maybe he's the one who's paying. I don't remember. It's not that I don't remember. I wasn't there. I wasn't inside, so I don't know what they, because they were there for some time. They were literally there for some time. So Shapu, the guy, ends up getting out of the store, and he's like, yo, we're having a problem. This lady is like, she she's mad. Like, she's just like not having it. We don't think that she's gonna sell us anything, but she's gonna try and talk to her. That's my friend. She's gonna try and talk to her, and hopefully she comes back with the alcohol. And I'll be standing there looking inside where she is, trying to see if she'll get the alcohol or not. So now we're standing there outside, and she's trying to talk to this lady. And this lady wants an ID. She doesn't want an ID copy. She wants an ID. And if you guys remember, back then, they weren't playing with wanting an ID when you enter a liquor store. It wasn't like today. Today, you can enter without an ID, and, no one gives a damn if you have an ID or not. But back then, you had to come with an ID or walk. So she's trying to explain to the lady, like, I don't have my ID, I lost it. The only thing that I have is an ID copy. And she's just trying to sell her story to this lady. And this lady's like, no, you're you're with kids, and you're trying to make kids drink. And she's like, hey, I'm not with these people, and I'm gonna tell them to leave. So she comes to us and she's like, guys, this lady wants to sell alcohol to me, and she's agreed to taking my ID copy, you know. So the only thing now is that you guys are waiting for me, and she thinks that I want to give you guys alcohol. And we're like, no, let's leave, you know. Let's see. And she's like, yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. So we were going to a nearby park. We were going to a nearby park, and that's where we were going to drink. So we walked to the park, slowly. And now these guys are trying to get to know us. Like, yeah, you guys, and stuff and stuff. You know how guys are, you know. But also at the same time, we were worried because what if she doesn't come back with the alcohol still after us leaving? Then what? I was low key hoping she didn't because, guys, one thing about me, I'm scared of getting into trouble, Next thing, they're calling our parents now. And now my mom will be asking me, so you wanted to drink? I didn't want to get into trouble. So as we're walking, she rocks up, and she's hyped. She's carrying plastics, and everything is nice. So we go to the park, you know, and so when we get there, I'm nervous because I'm just like, I don't think, yeah, I wasn't carrying my phone to school at the time. I wasn't allowed to carry my phone to school. So I didn't know the time. I didn't know what time it was. I was just looking at the sun that, maybe it's getting late. Maybe now the sun is setting and I need to get home. And at the same time, the taxi ride that I'm taking is a 1 hour taxi ride. Okay, maybe I'm dragging it. Maybe let's say 30 to 45 minutes taxi ride because the township was a bit far from town. So now we're sitting there, and me and this my friend, the one that I was standing with, she is like, "Hey, friend, are you drinking?" I'm like, "No, I'm not drinking." She's like, "Hey, if you're not drinking, and now I'm not drinking." And we're like, "Yeah, friend, let's leave them to drink." You know, they seem used to it. So the other friend of ours, she's drinking. She's opening a bottle like, this is her stuff. You know. So we're like, we've never drank. So my friend asked me, she's like, "Have you drank?" And I'm like, "I've never drank." So I asked her, "Do you know about this?" Because literally, guys, we were ambushed. We didn't plan this. It was the thing of that. It was a thing that was planned. I'm sure a few minutes before, like after school, that we were recruited by this other one. Okay, the other girl wasn't my friend. She was my friend's friend, you know? So she was one of those girls that are bad influences. Did I say? Yeah, bad influences on you. So my friend's mom didn't want her hanging out with that girl because, it was rumored that she slept with guys. She went to parties at a young age. I mean, I think we were 11 or 12 at that time, so she was living like a grown person, and she also had like hips. She had a big butt, big guy. She had a nice body, so it could be easily mistaken as someone who's older. She didn't have like some of us weren't like developed as much as she was. She had like the boobs, she had like the ass, the hips. Her puberty was baking, whereas the rest of us were having small boobs, no ass, nothing, you know. So yeah, so they were drinking. So obviously, you know how friends are, they influence you, So she starts with her friend and influences her and like, friend, don't bore us and stuff like that, because we were sitting far from them because we like we weren't catching the vibe seriously, like we weren't. And the fact that it was a public place, as much as people drank there and stuff, but we were kids, guys. If the police came, we would be in trouble. So we were not trying to get ourselves into trouble that day at all. So Sharp, she's like, "Don't bore us. Like, you guys have to drink. Like, at least try it. You know how they say, at least try it. Try this one." So they gave us it was first a storm, Smirnoff Storm, the white one. You guys know the white one. It was that, and I drank that and I didn't like it. And they gave me Red Square, Purple Ice. I still remember it and I still love it. I need to buy it. Like, I've never drank it in a long time. I wonder if it tastes the same. Because you know how alcohol changes the more you grow up. Or maybe you change. We don't know. So they gave me Red Square Purple Ice and they were like, "It tastes like Fanta Grape." So I used to love Fanta Grape that time. So I was just like, let me try it. If it doesn't taste like Fanta Grape, I'm leaving it. They're like, "Yeah, you can leave it. It's fine." And I tasted it and it does taste like Fanta Grape. I'm like, is this how alcohol tastes? Like, why do they make it seem as though it tastes better when it actually tastes like cool drink. You know, when I was just like, no, I can drink this. What? So I was drinking. I think I had like 2 or 3 bottles of that, and then it was time for us to go. All of us needed to be home, guys. I think the time, if I can estimate, it was probably 3 p.m. And we had to walk to the taxi rank, which would take us like 15 minutes or 30, depending on how slow we were walking. So yeah, we walked to the taxi rank. At this point, I'm drunk. It's my first time drinking. Obviously, I'm going to be smashed. And my friend is worse. Like, she is laughing, she is falling, and I keep telling her, dude, you look drunk and you're not supposed to look drunk. Like, hey boo, why? And she can't handle herself. So her friend is like, no, don't worry about her, we are going to take her to the taxi, you go take your taxi, you know. And they were going to an after party, and I was just like, hey, don't count me in those after parties. Next thing, I'm in the bed with someone I don't even know. Hi. And I'm in trouble. Even worse, I'm in trouble at home. So I was like, you guys have fun at your after party. I'm going home. I am drunk, and I'm yet to make myself sober before I get home. So I need to sleep in the taxi so that when I get home, I'm fine. So yeah, I go to the taxi rank and it is full. It was month end, and the line, guys, yo. Now I can see the sun is setting, and I'm like, yo, Gosiam, am I even gonna get home? And at the same time, I don't even have a phone. They can't even call me to ask, like, how far are you and stuff like that, you know? Not me doing a full makeup look when I told myself that I'm going to do like something quick. But yeah, that's what happens when you do makeup. You end up doing something that you weren't planning to do. So guys, long story short, I did get home on time. My cousin did see that, so I entered on the other door. I didn't enter on the front door. I entered at the back door, just in case I do look drunk, you know. And my cousin did see that I was drunk, and she was just like, dude, sleep. You wake up when dinner is ready. I'll wake you up, because right now you can't control yourself. Like, you are drunk. So I went to sleep, and she woke me up. Dinner time, I was better. And yeah, that was my first time drinking. So yeah, guys, so I'll catch you guys after I'm done with this makeup look, because I don't want to make this makeup tutorial. This is just my first time tag. And yeah, I'll catch you guys when I'm done to do my outro and show you guys this makeup look. So this is the end of the video, guys. This is how this makeup looks. I'm not really happy with it, and I don't think it goes with the lipstick. But I'm not going anywhere anyway. I was just doing the makeup for the purpose of the video. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy my first time tag, and I hope that it made you guys more closer to knowing more about me. And I really hope you enjoy it. Please do like it and comment on this video, and do also subscribe, you guys, and also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I do post my latest videos, and also videos on TikTok, as I'm trying to grow my TikTok as well. So until next time, you guys, bye.